tarot cards along with the white lion cards because it works exceptionally well. And then we'll follow it with your relationship reading. Just a reminder, I'm running a special at the moment on a new reading I'm doing called Fate versus Destiny. It is the perfect time to shape your destiny rather than walking in the steps of fate. We are all wired, hardwired via our DNA to walk in the steps of fate. But we do have a choice, free will, which is called destiny. But we don't know what that is because we are far more hardwired to follow in the footsteps of what our ancestors did. But at the moment, as I keep saying, we have the force with us to take that step to shape our own destiny. Amazing reading. I've been doing incredible readings with this. And it's available on my website at a very, very special price at the moment. So I will put that link in the description box below once this video is uploaded. But first, Gemini, let's do your May 2022 forecast reading. Okay, we'll first select your, that one jumped, your tarot cards. And then we will get the white line card for each card to give us a better idea of what is going on here. The white line cards have worked particularly well. By the way, that is what your fate versus destiny reading will be done with. The tarot cards do your fate, but the white line card is done by an incredible person. Okay, the deck and the person. Right, so let's see. That's the first card. Okay, very interesting. That comes for the second card. Okay, the third one. And okay, this is an interesting reading. So the first card you get is the Prince of Autumn, and this is about meticulous action with attention to detail. So if you do take action at the moment, it's going to have to be carefully thought out, carefully executed action. With this card, your white lion card is rest. It's saying actually rather than taking some kind of action at the moment, rather than putting big plans into play, rather than in the month of May trying to move your life, being the mover and the shaker, take some time to rest. You will be better served by taking time to rest. So it's obviously for Gemini not the perfect month to be launching big projects. If you do need to do things, pay attention to the details, be meticulous in how you execute it and what you are doing. Because the Four of Summer says that you're failing to see the opportunity that is being provided for you at the moment by taking it quietly, by resting, by taking a bit of a step back, okay? You're too distracted possibly by many things that are piling up on your plate. Excuse my internet, I live in the bushveld in South Africa. Unbelievable animals, beautiful scenery, bad internet. Okay, so because we're so busy, we don't see those opportunities. So it's time to take a step back, rest more, because then you will see the opportunities. The truth will show up for you then. So you're possibly seeing something in a particular way, and because you're so distracted, you don't see the opportunity that's being presented to you. There's a big opportunity here. The truth card comes up with that, Four of Summer. There's an opportunity here you are missing because you're too distracted and too busy. Take some time to rest so that you can see what it is. Because the Nine of Autumn says that you should actually take the time out now to rest and reward yourself. It keeps coming up in this reading. And you get to make big moves, or you need to make moves, or you need to take action. Think carefully, execute it carefully, pay attention to the details. It's going to be important, okay? If you can forward the launch of something, that's possibly going to be a better idea. You finally get the release card, and I think what happens at the end of the May, something closes up, something finishes up, and you're going to let go of it. And this changes the storyline, and that's possibly why throughout May you are being told, hang in there, hold in there, actually take a break, have a rest, do the minimum that you can in May that has to be done, because there's a game-changing scenario playing out at the end of the May. Something draws to conclusion, and it's in the back of your life now. You let it go, you release it. Because your final card is the play card in this part of your reading. It's actually time to rest and have fun. It's time to bring playful energy into your life in whatever way that comes in for you. Do something playful and enjoyable and let go of whatever it is that now needs to move on in your life. There's a new chapter beginning for you. New opportunities are coming in. Right, so that's a very interesting reading for you, Gemini. So May is kind of the build up to letting go of something, something finishing up, and you going into the next chapter. And the advice and guidance coming you: rest, play, don't make any big moves just yet. There's a game-changing something that is coming up that you need to see before you actually take any kind of big action. Right, so now let's have a look and see what the main relationship themes are for you for the month of May. Okay, so Gemini, we'll do it with white line cards too because they're working really well. They do work really well. Okay, interesting. All right. Huh. Okay, a very similar theme coming through here. So let's get the white line cards and see what they add to this story of yours. That's interesting. That's interesting. All right. And finally, interesting. So you have been calling in a soulmate or calling in the soulmate energy or wanting to establish that soulmate energy. It's more about wanting to feel protected at the moment and nurtured and taken care of than anything else, okay? That is why you're calling in the soulmate energy. You want to feel like you have this somebody that's in your life that can take care of you and nurture you. Basically, almost a father figure kind of person, okay? But this card says you're going to be freed of that notion in the month of May. You're going to let go of that because actually it's been holding you down and holding you back. You don't need anybody to take care of you. Geminis are perfectly capable of taking care of themselves. They have super, super sharp minds. They think like lightning. So you can take care of yourself better than anybody else can. So the notion that maybe you need someone to take care of you or help you in your life on a relationship basis, their relationship, but they're going to help you with your life, you're going to drop that in May. There's the potential to drop that. You're going to free yourself of that restriction because it is a restriction and it's holding you down and holding you back from what you could actually achieve in relationships. You get this card with it, okay? It's the White Line card. It's Aslan, okay? I have to read up the White Line Gods cards because this deck is big. It has a lot of information. So I do need to see, especially on those cards, what was written up about them. And it's totally different to any other deck. So one does need to have a look here. Keep your heart open and full of compassion. Right. So, and no self-sacrifice. Okay, now that's quite interesting. This card has come up somewhere before recently. So what it is all about here is, in order for that particular soulmate we want to come into our lives and take care of us, we often do end up making some kind of sacrifice because we'd like to have that person or keep them in our lives. It's not necessary to do that. You don't need to make sacrifices in order for you to achieve what you want. And you don't need somebody else to do that for you. Your partner in life should really be that, your equal in life, okay? Yes, you'll hold each other up through hard times. You'll doctor each other when you're not feeling well or you're just feeling down. That's definitely part of it. But no one needs to save you. You don't need saving. Not at all, Gemini. You just don't. And you're going to be letting go of that pattern, letting go. And it's probably an old pattern. We're all carrying those old patterns amazingly because you don't need to make a sacrifice. You don't need to sacrifice. Your relationship requires that level of sacrifice. I'm not saying we don't ever need to sacrifice in a relationship. Sure we do. But if it's that kind of sacrifice where you know I am losing something to gain this, that's not the right relationship at this moment in time, right? Because it's time to disconnect from either a relationship or relating or the relationship world. It's for your own protection. Why is it for your own protection? Because I see here very much the same thing that occurred in your general reading. You need a light-hearted attitude towards things at the moment. And this winged lion, we're going to call him the winged lion because I cannot pronounce that word. I could try. Ingwavuma. Oh, no, I can. Ingwavuma is the winged lion. The winged lion gains perspective. He has the heart of a lion and the eye of an eagle. In other words, we can look from way up there and look down on the story that's unfolding and get a better understanding of it. How do we do that? We take a step back and we take a more light-hearted attitude. And when we do that, we gain fresh perspective. We gain a wider perspective. We get to see how all the working parts are interconnected, okay? And most likely how they're going to play out. So we get a wisdom that we didn't have before where relationships are concerned. How is this going to work for you? I think it's preparation for what's coming in June, and we see that in the main part of your reading as well. There's some kind of game-changing thing happening for you here. In June, we're going to see that manifesting in full. So your general thing here is to take a step back, take it a little bit more lighthearted, play a bit more, okay, have a more lighthearted attitude towards everything. It will give you more perspective. When you gain that perspective, you're going to let go of outdated ideas, especially where relationships are concerned, which prepares you for the new step in the journey, which I can only imagine is going to be very good given this lineup of cards. Okay, so Gemini, that is your reading for May. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and liking and subscribing. Thank you very much. I much appreciate it. Just remind you again, if you'd like your fate versus your destiny reading, this reading is ripe for that. You guys are definitely stepping out of fate with the potential to step into your destiny, or one follows in fate again, okay? The link for that will be in the description box below. You can purchase it on my website. Sending you hugs and blessings for May. We'll speak again soon.